Okay, let's have a look at the toss as it took place just a couple of moments ago. With John Russo flicking the coin now. Tony Lockett and Tim Watson coming over, and Tony Lockett winning the toss and kicking to the left of screen. So the scene is set. The crowd is a good one. The conditions are ideal. John Russo has with him Gary Forster, the two men in charge of today's game, and a very important one for both sides. Billy Duckworth, one of the great Essendon grand final players of recent times, a Norm Smith medalist, this week watching from the boundary line. So here we go. In the centre, it will be Harding up against Simon Madden. Madden wins it, but he went over the top. And so the free kick will go the way of Harding. A flat-looking punt kick down towards the half-forward line. Considine unable to mark for the Bombers. The hurry kick is by Danaher out wide towards the wing. Harding is there, however. He'll get another shot. Goes around a couple of them. Then goes long, deep in towards full forward. Lockett is there, has possession now, forced onto the left foot. Kicks it high, straight up in the air. And the umpire has blown the whistle. Kevin Walsh could be the recipient of a free kick. Walsh at fullback to kick the Bombers out of trouble. Goes short. O'Donnell. Considine from half back down towards the centre. Pushed as he takes the kick. Gets it effectively. The mark is taken by Spawn. Into the flank. Harvey is there, but he's bowled straight through and eventually over the line by Turner.
Good elected to play Steve Turner full back on Paul Salmon and Trevor Barker lining up on the half-forward flank.
So throw in half-forward flank for Essendon. Somerville, who was a late inclusion, taking Paul van der Haar's place in the selected side, doing the ruckwork. There is Darren Williams. Michael Long, of course, back into the side this week. Somerville just pushes Harding out. Umpire sees it as an infringement, and Harding will take the free kick at half-back for St Kilda. Harding's long kick towards the wing. Nearly a mark to Anderson. Winmar doing the tackling. Attempted tap on by Simon Madden. Now there's a chance for St Kilda. Craven bouncing. Oh, he's dropped it. Gets the hand pass away, though. He's got a couple of players in support. This is Russo. Russo going into the forward pocket. Nearly a mark there to Harvey. Good recovery. Short chip kick goes back to Barker, and Barker has the ball more than 50 metres out. Short kick to low. No mark. Play on. Essendon clear. Long ball out towards centre wing. Good punch away by Cunningham, but the umpire sees that as unfair, and the free kick now will go to Essendon to be taken by Spawn. Spawn just on the defensive side of centre wing, runs up and kicks it towards centre half forward. Big fly. No mark. Burns. Great smother by Izzard. He goes after it. Can't quite control the football. Umpire Russo very close. Gives the kick to Izzard. Izzard short pass into the pocket. And Terry Danaher takes the mark about 35 metres from goal.
There's Greg Burns there infringing on Izzard. Izzard up very quickly. Saw Terry Danaher to his right. And now Danaher has a, what'll be a shot for goal that he's had plenty of shots at before, I'd say, from this ground.
Terry Danaher, 250 games. Beautiful kick, straight through the centre.
Good play there from Alan Izzard to dive on the ball there as Greg Burns was racing toward it. As he dived, Burns infringed by having his legs cross Izzard's face and neck. Got the free kick and chipped very quickly up, as we see on replay here, to Terry Danaher, who then effected a terrific kick, very straight. He's kicked many a goal from there, Terry Danaher, and he'll be pleased with that in his 250th game.
So back in the middle, and a good start for the Bombers. Leading by 6 points. Harding and Madden again. Madden. Watson. Harvey. Can't take it. Long. Juggles. Almost regains it. Terry Danaher again. Well, he's looking to have a field day today in 250. Underwood, who has his parents and grandparents over from Adelaide. They won't like seeing that early on because he's just been pinged.
Bit stiff, I thought.
Craig Devonport kicked 11 in his debut in the reserves a couple of years ago. Gets his chance again today, and he's delighted to be in. The Saints deep into attack. Harvey in trouble. Claimed by Walsh. And John Russo comes in and elects to take control. No breeze, so neither side favoured in this first quarter. It's going to be a free kick to Winmar.
Yes, he'd have to pay that, Sandy. Almost the same infringement as Izzard incurred from Greg Burns.
So Nicky Winmar has the chance to level the scores. From 40 metres, he's pulled it. And one behind is the result. So Anthony Danaher. Be interesting to see how he kicks out today, because we've seen him on occasions and his kicking has been a delight. There's a torpedo punt down towards the centre, flick past Burns. Somerville, now Sheldon to Burns. Gets it even wider, puts Russo under a bit of pressure. Back to Burke, and now Burns again. Looking for Rice. Swings into half forward. Lowe in front. Was pushed, said the umpire. And Stuart Lowe will take it. Harding's in trouble.
He's right in the buttock there, Sandy.
And that is painful. Lowe. For Lockett. Couldn't quite hold it. Barker looking to receive from Harvey. He gets it again and kicks it high to full forward. And what a mark by Mick Dwyer.
What a great mark. Got a great ride, didn't he, Ian?
Oh, unbelievable stuff.
And he hung on to that too. He was desperate to hold that ball. As we see on replay here, sometimes when players get this high, on their way down, they're more concerned with their own safety than hanging on to the ball, but he didn't worry about letting go of that ball. Had it all the way.
So Dwyer, a chance to put the Saints in front. 20 metres out. 45-degree angle, and he too has pulled it. Another behind.
Well, Sandy, they could be costly without being critical. Those two shots from Winmar and now Dwyer, they aren't all that different from there. No breeze. Should have been 2 goals.
Harding looks as though he's recovered, still giving that tender spot a bit of a rub. Anthony Danaher's magnificent kick in goes nearly to the wing. Chance for Essendon to break clear through. Harvey swings around onto the right foot, up towards centre half forward. No mark. St Kilda defence under pressure. Izzard leaves it behind. Rice diving on it. Umpire will come in and bounce. The play is just over the 50-metre line across the Bombers' half-forward area. Last player to come up is Underwood, and a very good crowd here at Windy Hill. Half an hour before the match started, there were some fairly empty spots, but the crowd's obviously come at the last minute. Harvey can't break clear. Long. Now on centre wing. Dwyer. Chance there for Essendon through Watson. Watson's quick kick to full forward. Held with Salmon. Play allowed to go on. Rice. Short kick is okay. Oh, a little too high there for his teammate Harvey. Watson over the top, plays on. Terry Danaher pinned against the boundary line, gets the hand pass away. Williams, kicker smothered, still close to the line. Scramble there, Russo. And taking it over is Salmon. About 35 metres around from the Essendon goal. And they just seem to be getting caught in the pockets.
Yes, they are. And Paul Salmon was badly interfered there by Turner, but the umpire missed that completely.
From the throw-in. The cry is for ball. And that is what has been paid.
Well, that's a difficult one, Sandy, because the St Kilda playing Grant had that ball and he went straight in face-to-face to Somerville, who placed a very good tackle, but Grant had no chance whatsoever to get rid of the ball. And, of course, here we have Somerville with a shot at goal.
Peter Somerville, 35 to 40 metres out, almost directly in front. A late inclusion into the side. Somerville has pushed it to the right. Has he not? He has. From the centre bounce, Harding takes it out of the air and puts St Kilda down towards their half-forward line. Devonport overruns it, may in fact lose it. Hamilton takes the hand pass onto O'Donnell. It's good football by Essendon. Quickly they go down to the half-forward line, but Rice is there and takes a good mark. Dean Rice looking to get the Saints out of trouble again. Goes wide. Harding covering plenty of ground. And now the Saints through Russo. Up towards Lockett. He has it.
Gee, little fortunate, I think, Sandy, there. I don't know whether he held that quite long enough.
Yes, indecision by the umpire there, but Lockett has the ball, and again, we can't change that decision.
Well, perhaps he should have held the mark, and the umpire may have just anticipated, but...
Well, St Kilda looking for their first goal. Tony Lockett shoots. And Tony Lockett goals.
Well, after that decision by the umpire, we'll now find that if they are consistent, they'll have to play that sort of mark throughout this game to keep the players on their toes. If they don't play that consistently, then it's not good umpiring.
Usually when the conditions are dry like this early in the season, surely the umpires would ask the players to control the football a little bit more.
Without doubt, eh?
But perhaps anticipation. He is one of the less experienced umpires, Gary Forster, but still the score's on the board. Saints 1-2, Essendon 2 straight goals. Simon Madden tries to tap it down to Underwood. Desperation stakes required there. And the mad scramble, no one can take the ball away. So the umpire will bounce again, about 5 metres away from the centre circle. Harding, who did quite a good job last week for his team. Underwood can't break away. Good smother. Harvey gets the kick out towards the wing. Oh, spilt mark there by Nathan Burke was a bad error. Harvey, Terry Danaher now. Russo, good play by Peter Russo. Can't quite break clear. Longs was a good tackle. The ball at half forward for Essendon. Izard, short kick, is offline and through for a behind. Just wonder whether he tried a pass there. Alan Izard may have just slipped off his boot.
It certainly looked that way, and he was perhaps trying to make amends for that fumble earlier on in the centre, which he missed badly.
Sheldon, kick goes off the side, into centre half forward. Simon Madden, good punch away. Salmon, tap towards Spawn. Out it goes to Watson. Watson from a standing start. Off the side and through for another behind. So Essendon's turn to be a little inaccurate, and they're second behind on the scoreboard.
One straight kick the difference. Sheldon again. Danaher from behind to effect the spoil on Fode. Waiting down was Harvey, pushes it past Spawn. Dwyer now a chance for the Saints. McDwyer from the wing. Going up towards Lowe and Walsh. Stuart Lowe, one hand.
That'll be a great battle all day, Sandy. Walsh and Lowe.
Looks in towards Lockett. Lockett flies from the front. Danaher affects the spoil. Devonport waiting down, but the ball is over the line, is it not? No, said the umpire. So Walsh accepts the hand pass. Tries to bring it back inside. Eventually does get a flick towards Madden. Wider to Harvey, onto O'Donnell. Now Hamilton, back to Simon Madden. Good teamwork, gets them out of trouble. Steaming down to half forward. Sheldon affects a good spoil on Somerville. The whistle is sounded now, but there was some holding on going on, said the umpire. And it will go against Sheldon.
And these late changes have caught St Kilda out a little bit there with Ken Sheldon, unfortunately, having to pick up Somerville, and there's about a foot the difference in size. And Sheldon here interfering, trying to get on top of Somerville there.
Well, he's going to kick from probably just outside 50. In fact, is going short. Clever kick and clever movement by Simon Madden just to drift down into the pocket.
Read that very well. Saw the gap, took off. Paul Harding was asleep. In fact, right up in the goal square was Paul Harding, and his other players weren't aware of Simon Madden being there on his own. Saw the spot, and now he has a shot at goal.
So Madden a chance to stretch Essendon's lead to 12 points from 40 metres. The drop punt. Goal umpire has a good look. The Essendon flags go up. There's no problems.
There that over 300 games, and nearly in every one of them he's contributed, hasn't he?
Correct. His marking ability is as good, if not better, than Gary Dempsey's.
Terrific stuff. So Essendon 3 goals, 2. St Kilda 1-2. And Essendon get it out of the centre again through Underwood, but his kick has been marked at half back by Rice. So St Kilda just under a little bit of pressure. The kick in towards the centre, Long nearly took the mark. Cunningham out wide, chance for Burns. Ball just eludes Burns, and Grenville tidies up. His short kick, Harvey on centre wing. Harvey somehow gets away. He'll be caught now by Grant. Good tackle by Grant. St Kilda now into attack. Russo to Winmar. Winmar at half forward looking for Lockett. Kicks it long. Lockett's a big chance here. Backs back. Beautiful kick to position by Nicky Winmar. And Lockett a chance to kick his second and the St Kilda side second.
Yes, and Anthony Danaher playing well in front there, trying to get a good 10 metres on Tony Lockett. Himself caught out as the long kick came from Winmar. And now Lockett with a shot at goal. Harvey taking off for that indiscretion, hanging on the ball for too long. And Bailey to come on for Essendon.
So Lockett, very, very close, but an extremely tight angle now. Shot for goal is good. St. flags go up. And Tony Lockett kicks his second goal.
And Kevin Sheedy obviously indicating he wasn't happy there with Harvey's effort. In fact, it's basically resulted in a goal, but I wonder whether it was Harvey's fault or Andrew Underwood, who was coming toward Harvey, who's not talking, telling him he was under pressure, even though he did hang on to the ball for too long. But Underwood perhaps wasn't talking enough or doing the right thing there. But Harvey off the ground and a goal to Lockett.
Because you don't have to make many mistakes, do you?
Centre bounce again. Madden coming over the top of Harding, but it's Nathan Burke who puts St Kilda into attack. Sheldon couldn't get a kick away, and we'll see a bounce between centre and half forward for St Kilda. The Saints in attack and looking for their first win in 16 outings against the Bombers. Stuart Lowe would have given away the free kick. No, play goes on. Salmon hooks it round his body up towards the centre of the ground, and a good effort to mark then in opposition to Simon Madden. We'll see St Kilda go forward. Fode is clear. Gordon Fode from 60 metres spears one in towards full forward. Lockett well behind, and the mark going to be paid. Salmon towards his skipper Tim Watson. Two bounces through half back goes Watson, then onto the left foot. Didn't quite get onto it as he would have liked. Harding up a fraction early. Grant to Barker. Wide, Hamilton and Russo both chasing. Russo, clever tap over the back. Away goes Nicky Winmar on the outer flank. Two bounces, Long won't catch him. Winmar goes long, in towards full forward, Lockett. Can't mark.
There's some players showing great confidence there. First Fode, bouncing the ball away down this flank here. Then Tim Watson, then Nicky Winmar being well chased by Michael Long.
Williams from full back. And a good mark taken by Andrew Underwood.
Underwood plays on from centre half back, kicks it towards centre half forward. No mark taken, goes through all the players. Izard into an open goal. Izard doesn't miss these. Essendon lead by 2 goals. Entertaining start. Williams just gets his foot to the ball. Craven, oh, it's clean bowled him 3 times there in that passage of play. But eventually the umpire perhaps a bit sympathetic to his cause, and the free kick will go to the St Kilda Rover. He goes wide. High ball. Nearly the mark to Harvey, and the umpire has paid it. Harvey, been prominent early in the game. This is his 5th possession. High kick. Just gets under it a little bit. Out to centre half forward. Punch away by the Essendon defence. Grenville's kick towards half forward. Goes to the back. Rice. Long the chaser. Rice gets his kick away towards half forward for the Saints. Good punch away again. The Essendon defence standing up quite nicely. The ball at centre half forward for St Kilda. Burns kicks it too wide for Lockett. Lockett's got a couple of yards on Terry Danaher, but chipping in front is Bailey. Up against the boundary line. His hand pass has kept the ball in play. Burke, pace, gets his kick away. It's okay too. Right up against the boundary line. The mark has been taken by Davenport. And perhaps within goal scoring distance.
I would think so, Ian, yes. Great play from Danny Craven in the centre, get the ball down there.
Davenport, shot for goal, goes across the front of the square, and a good mark taken by Salmon. Salmon gets the hand pass away to Izard. Izard's short kick a little too far for Timmy Watson, and the frustration shows on the face of that player. Hand pass goes to Sheldon from Burke. Sheldon's kick into the pocket. Nearly a mark, No, throw it in, says the field umpire Forster. And about 10 metres around from the St Kilda goal, we'll have a ruck contest. Paul Salmon and Stuart Lowe doing the hard work for his side. Lowe gives away the free kick, and Salmon will take it in the back pocket.
So Paul Salmon to relieve the pressure for the Bombers. They lead by 12 points. Kicks towards Simon Madden, who's had front position. Waiting down is Russo. Goes goalwards, but his floating kick is wide and out of bounds on the foot. Not a good kick.
Shocker, wasn't it?
It really was, yes.
There.
For an experienced player like that.
Danaher is usually a prodigious kicker. Madden, the flyer from the side, can't mark, but look, they've got the running players. Underwood receiving from Izzard, back to O'Donnell. He's clear through centre now, spoils it with a kick that goes straight onto the chest of Ken Sheldon. Sheldon wide to the wing, Winmar. To the half-forward line. Looking for Devonport. Couldn't find him. Dwyer down there battling hard to try and get it out. Grenvold chasing close to the boundary line. Going to be kept in, however. Now the chance for Craven. It's a high kick as he hooked it round. It's not a bad-looking kick. Lockett is there, but it hits the post and one behind.
A lot of endeavour as usual, St Kilda. Sometimes they're kicking that forward line. Russo and a couple others just a little astray. Could have given Lockett a few more chances.
2-3 to 4-2. On that occasion, Danaher going short to Williams, and he says, well, I'm going to do it. And he does it. The old 1-2. Successful. Probably gains him another 15 or 20 metres towards Terry Danaher. Front spot, well spoilt by Grant. Towards the boundary line goes Harding with the football, and a throw in to take place.
I'll tell you what, Harding really has a go, doesn't he? His endeavour is to be really appreciated.
Throw in at centre wing. Harding front spot down, looking for Danny Craven. With him was Burke. Beaten, however, as Williams gives it to Watson. Watson always does something constructive with the football. This time it's on to Simon Madden. And look at the kick. Somerville was the flyer. That's who it was aimed for. But Barker does the tidying up at the back. Across to Cunningham, and St Kilda out of trouble.
Cunningham's kick is effective. It finds Sheldon just wide of the centre. And St Kilda doing reasonably well. They trail by 11 points. Sheldon's kick to centre-half forward. Good mark. Good strong mark taken by Lowe. There's a player on his own at centre-half forward. Devonport can't mark, but chipping in and taking it is O'Donnell. O'Donnell's hand pass off to Walsh. Walsh nearly ran into trouble. Izzard just got enough space to get his kick away out towards centre wing. Watson, great play. Hand passes away to Bailey. Bailey's kick to centre-half forward. St Kilda through Cunningham. Under pressure, Barker. At the bottom of the pack, striving hard. Kick off the ground by Somerville, and it still goes back in. So the umpire will come in and bounce.
No shortage of endeavour.
Tremendous stuff by all players there, putting their bodies in at the risk of some sort of injury. And the play about 40 metres out from the Essendon goal, directly in front. Madden, Harding from the back. Watson showing speed. Up against the boundary line, Watson, kick around his shoulders, unbelievable!
That ball split the centre in. Set on replay here. Great endeavour to get it in the first place. Kept it in play. Barker puts him under pressure. Then Turner. Quick look over his shoulder and away it went.
Great stuff by the captain. He kicks his first goal, and Essendon 5-2 to 2-3.
Back in the middle again. Sheldon sends St Kilda down to the half-forward line, and another good mark taken by Stuart Lowe. This time it's one out in the goal square. Lockett and Danaher, a wrestling match going on. And Danaher sees the ball go over the line for one behind.
Lockett has
see Lockett lead.
I was going to say the same thing, Ian. I think he would have been better served there. All the space in front of him.
He's kicked 2 to date. Beautiful kick from Danaher. Tap on by Madden, goes in towards the centre. Turner is there. His kick is partly smothered. Long looking to get a touch. Harding taps it on, but straight to Madden. Another smothered kick at centre wing. Fode gets a short kick out wide. Nathan Burke will be first to the football. Watson runs straight through him. And the umpire said he's given away the free kick. Nathan Burke will take it at centre back. Direct to half forward, but he's kicked at 2 Essendon players, and Devonport the only one there for St Kilda. Made it tough for the youngster. This time it's Andrew Underwood. From one end of the square to the other, Grant can't mark, goes over the top, and gives away the free kick, going to Spawn. Somerville tries to throw Barker off. At the back, Terry Danaher. Barker, however, brings it round the boundary line to Russo, who marks between half-back and the back pocket. He's got support in Harvey. They need it too, but they get out of trouble. Plenty of flyers, no mark taken. Izard, a quick kick across the centre. Nathan Burke can't trap it cleanly, but recovers well and does it well. Kicks in towards half-forward. Devonport a chance. Can this be a goal for the youngster? He shoots. I think he has.
Craig Devonport on the end of a great work there from Nathan Burke, charging through the centre. And Devonport actually kicked 11 goals in his debut game in the reserves in 1987, All-Australian under 17, so he obviously can play football. And a good fit. But again, just there, Ian, they're kicking a little astray. Lucky to get that ball to Devonport in the first place. They may have been looking for Lockett, but they got away with it. They need to make the most of every opportunity.
Yes, it's a bit of a battle for the Saints. Essendon just a little bit more polished at this stage, but the Saints are hanging in. They're trailing by only 10 points, and the first quarter has certainly been interesting. Harding gets the tap out. Winmar can't break away. Somehow gets the hand pass out to Sheldon. Burns is collared in the back, says the umpire, much to the disgust of the Essendon supporters. The play at half forward now, advantage paid. Sheldon kick to Lockett, and Lockett takes the mark. Brilliant kick by Sheldon. And you can see, Ross, the experience of, say, a bloke like Ken Sheldon, who's played 200 games, how he kicks to the advantage of his teammate.
Not only that, the way he played on, didn't worry about the umpire, played on. And then Tony Danaher again, just in front by about 5 minutes, thought that Danaher was, beg your pardon, Lockett was going to lead. And in fact, Lockett went back, and as you said, great kick there from Ken Sheldon.
So Lockett, who has already kicked 2, very similar position to his last goal that he kicked. Punts for goal, straight over the goal umpire's head. Through for another one.
Well, Tony Lockett's not unaccustomed to kicking goals on Anthony Danaher in the practice match earlier this year at Kahuna, in which he kicked 13. He kicked 10 on him in the first half. And he certainly wouldn't be afraid of going back there on Danaher, who's been a fine full-back in the last couple of years. But here, as Ian called it, a fine kick from Ken Sheldon, spotted Lockett dropping back, and a good left-foot kick from Ken Sheldon, who's normally a right-foot kick.
Four points the margin. The Bombers 5-2, St Kilda 4-4. Harding and Madden again. Won by the latter. Taken by Spawn. Gives it to Underwood, who kicks down to half forward. Williams off the pack. Is this the quick answer? He shoots with the left foot and misses.
Kevin Sheedy there on the screen, obviously very disappointed with that. That is sloppy from a senior player. He could have even straightened, kicked on his right foot. A casual left foot kick by Williams. The result at 1 point, not pleasing Kevin Sheedy at all.
5-3, plays 4 goals 4. Turner from half-back, close to the man on the mark, and it wasn't a healthy-looking kick anyway. Fode does well. Gets clear, goes down towards the half-forward line. Devonport could have infringed. He has. The advantage is paid. This allows Grenville to run the flank. Go over the centre. Winmar and Williams. Still Winmar. Across the centre. Walsh.
Great battle of strengths, Andy.
Yeah, it's going to be a good duel, that one. Shaping as a beauty. Williams. Can't mark. Spawn. Back to Williams. Teaming well. Deep in towards full forward. And a good spoil by the St Kilda defender in Steve Turner to push that ball over the line. Paul Salmon shielding from the sun. It's a pretty warm day for football here in Melbourne today. As the siren sounds to end the first quarter in a pretty even 1-2 at quarter time. Essendon 5-3-33 leading St Kilda 4-4-28. Out to get the second quarter underway here at Windy Hill. The Bombers leading by just 5 points. As we heard, the Saints squandering a couple of chances early. Madden. No one able to get it out. Eventually the hand passes flicked wide. Craven picks it up, gives it across to Burns. Goes back onto the left foot, then chips it high in towards full forward. O'Donnell, the effective spoil, waiting down his wide. He shoots, and he goes.
Good start to the second quarter by St Kilda. Simon Madden high over the top gets the tap out. Watson's quick left foot kick to centre half forward. Game play there by Rice. He couldn't quite mark the football though, and the umpire will be forced to bounce at centre half forward for Essendon.
Kevin Sheedy's brought Harvey back on, and Dean Bailey has taken Kieran Spawn off and Somerville.
St Kilda player in the hands of the trainers back near the centre circle. Bounce centre half forward. Salmon can't control it. Chance for Burns. Russo, Watson gets out, can't get his kick away. Cunningham, good tackle there by Underwood. Now a struggle by Williams. Good play, Rice. Great tackle, Bailey. Good football by both sides. Russo's kick out towards the centre. Awkward bounce. O'Donnell, good football. Underwood tries to tap on to the advantage of Watson. Watson composed, gets the hand pass away. O'Donnell's kick smothered. Ball lands with Long. Bailey. Izzard. Left foot shot by Izzard. He pulls it across his body a little bit too far. Was it over the line? No. Mark to Salmon. Kilda player off as Burke. Heavy knock, and the player coming on is Ingleton, another youngster for St Kilda. Salmon, angle, very difficult. Looking for someone to kick it to. He spotted someone. Madden at the back. Can't mark. Kick off the ground. Chance for Terry Danaher. Out to Anderson, who's been quiet. Anderson shot. Close to the line. Rush through for a behind to Essendon.
Well, with all due respect to Paul Salmon there, I couldn't believe that he's tried to opt to shoot across the ground like that. Surely would have been better versed to come around his left foot and have a shot.
Let's go down to the boundary line. Michael Roberts, how's Nathan Burke?
Yes, Nathan Burke's received a solid blow to his nose. They're just testing to see whether it's broken. He's got a slight gash on his face as well.
Well, let's hope that he is okay for St Kilda's sake, as Hamilton takes a fine mark just forward of centre wing. His skipper Tim Watson saying go on, but that wasn't what he wanted. Straight to Harding. Ingleton's just come onto the ground, gets the hand pass. The Saints go forward, deep in towards full forward. Harding got the kick away. Lowe takes the mark. And Stuart Lowe, certainly well within scoring distance, inside 50.
And Paul Harding showing great skill there on both sides of the body with a very fine left foot kick for a tall man particularly.
This to give St Kilda the lead. Stuart Lowe, being touted as a state half forward, has gone across to the right and one behind. It does, however, give St Kilda the lead by 1 point. 5-5 the Saints. Essendon 5 goals 4. Danaher again. Not quite getting onto a kick, but still travelling 50 metres. Terry Danaher flew high. Grant at the bottom of the pack. It is going to be free kick. Sending the Saints forward again. Lockett will come over the top, and he barges through the pack. Didn't quite get Mick Dwyer, however, and he will take the kick.
Mick Dwyer, I think, liking that roll out down the half-forward flank with Greg Burns into the centre, having held that spot for some time and leaving Greg Burns in the reserves, but he has his second shot at goal.
Kicked a goal just minutes ago. Dwyer attempting to put St Kilda 7 points up. Not a bad looking kick off the boot. The goal. Umpire says no, I can only give you one behind for it. And Mick has a look. Can't believe it. 5-6. Plays 5-4.
Anthony Danaher, big job today, playing on Tony Lockett. Lockett's already kicked 3 goals. Danaher's kick to the members' side. Punch away by Grant. Good tap out there by Harvey. Underwood under pressure. Simon Madden overruns it. Grant's there. Kick across his body towards half forward. And the mark to St Kilda. Doing reasonably well, the Saints. Here's Harvey. Right on that 50-metre line as Spawn prepares to come back onto the ground for Essendon. Harvey's kick to the front of the square. Punch away by Lockett. And as he did it, he interfered with his opponent. And Anthony Danaher will take the free kick right on that last line of defence. His kick is straight up the ground, nearly into the centre. All Saint players up. Long, the only player down, gets the hand pass wide. Underwood off to Long. Long tackled well by Rice. Really didn't have the football. Umpire let the play go on. Williams crashes through. Good play by Darren Williams. Up towards full forward. Out in front, Salmon can't mark. Chance for Barker. Over the top, Sheldon. He's collared beautifully by Watson. Play goes on. Grant under pressure, gets the ball over the line. Essendon supporters screaming for a free kick, holding the man. Grenvold coming off, and Spawn goes back on. Half forward flank for the Bombers. Salmon, Williams. Kick around the corner to the front of the square. Now the race is on. Ingleton, good play. Slips through Anderson's tackle, and Ingleton gets his kick away up towards centre wing. Bailey loses it. Going after it again, Craven. Spawn. Craven, desperation, gets the hand pass out to Winmar. Winmar, always looking to dash. Left foot kick is a beauty towards full forward. There's a St Kilda mark, it's low. Magnificent hands.
Very strong hands. That's his 5th mark. And he, in fact, back there into Tony Lockett's line, but didn't let him down. He took the mark. I'm sure Lockett would have screamed if he had dropped it.
This is perhaps one of the areas that Stuart Lowe has been working on. He's kicking directly in front. Little chip drop punt. Just drifts across the face and through for another behind. So very costly.
Yeah, very costly there, Ian. In fact, we mentioned that in the first quarter, how their shots at goal let them down. They just can't afford. Their endeavours being terrific as it always is. Shots at goal must improve.
Danaher tumbles a punt that bounces almost to the centre. The Saints quickly push it down towards full forward once again. Lockett has given away the free kick. It will be Hamilton to take it. Underwood marks well. Towards Walsh. With him is Grant. Walsh too strong. He'll go down towards full forward. Anderson. Salmon is there also. Pressure on the Saints' defence now. And that kick reasonably intelligent by Turner because he got it to bounce just inside the boundary line.
The defence is holding up well, Sandy. I mentioned that might be their downfall, but in fact it's been their strength so far.
Madden can't flick it clear. Oh, Williams reads it beautifully in front across to Watson. They're trying to be a little too fancy. Yes, that ball has gone over the line.
It was close, but the boundary umpire was in a great position, wasn't he, there?
Running with the ball. So Essendon into attack. They trail by 3 points on a perfect afternoon for football. Kevin Walsh with Harding. Harding in front, straight down to Cunningham. Harvey, the chance. Gets it across to Russo, who kicks in towards Lowe. Couldn't take it with the one hand. Winmar tries to push it further on. Madden, Underwood, Long, Hamilton. Looks good. Target is Anderson. Chipping in is Cunningham. This is a good standard of football. He gives it across to Barker, and Barker comes wide to find Robert Harvey again. Playing pretty well, Harvey. Towards centre wing. Lowe couldn't take the mark. Craven is clear. Looks for Burns. Is he quick enough? Yes, he is. Lockett has to prop. Play on is the call. Danaher does well. They're out of trouble as he finds Bailey.
Bailey's kick towards the centre of the ground. Long's made good position there. Does well to recover. With skill. Gives it to the standing player, Walsh. Perhaps would have been better off going himself. Walsh's kick into the forward pocket. Anderson looks as though he's
Fairly
playing
obvious
without
push, I think.
confidence, doesn't
Yes, he does a bit, yes. Terry Danaher back to centre-half back on Stuart Lowe with Kevin Walsh at centre-half forward for Essendon.
Barker's kick out towards the wing, and a good mark taken by Mick Dwyer. Mick Dwyer playing on that half-forward flank. His kick finds Grant. Play-on, says the umpire. Grant forced to kick quickly. High, centre-half forward. Chance for Sheldon. Left foot kick by Sheldon. Lockett and Danaher. Danaher does well. Punches it away from the burly full forward, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in. Only a matter of 5 or 6 metres around from the St Kilda goal. They lead by 3 points. 5-7 plays 5-4. Ball comes out to Harvey. Halfway through the second term, Harvey's kick towards the wing. And St Kilda players doing well. They're inspired. Grant, short kick. Mark taken by Harvey, who's playing well. Plays on. Kicks it into the centre. Burns can't mark. Dwyer over the top to Cunningham. Cunningham running within 50 metres. Shocking kick. Off the side and through for another behind.
Really typical Jeff Cunningham kick there. He gets so excited running with the ball, just loses control and his balance. Just drops the ball waywardly onto his boot. And there we saw the end result.
So are these opportunities being squandered? 5-8 plays 5-4. Danaher again. Low can't mark at the first grab. Considine across the centre. Walsh trying to push down in front. Succeeds. Great tackle by Grant on Watson. The St Kilda defence holding up strongly. Long. A nice spoil. Ingleton keeps going. Anderson, however, now onto Watson. He's got Izzard loose if he wants him in the pocket. Salmon is there also. 1, 2 grabs. Not paid. And over the line.
That's what we're talking about, Sandy. If he paid Tony Lockett's mark in that first quarter, he must pay that one. Not that I would say that it was marked, but that's where they must be consistent.
Essendon in attack. Ball pushed down. Williams, a high kick. Very high. Difficult one to grab. Who can take advantage? Long at the bottom of the pack. Free kick being picked up. It'll go the way of St Kilda. Barker's at the bottom.
I thought Long was a bit stiff, and then Barker gets the OK from the umpire. A bit hard to follow.
Trevor Barker has Cunningham short. Wants to play on quickly to Rice. Drifting it towards Winmar. Good mark. Plays on, and he's claimed. Good tackle by Hamilton. He just grabbed his jumper and held on to it. Harvey is picking up a ton of kicks for St Kilda. Lockett!
All the way, Sandy. Read that well. Great play by Winmar to back himself there and had the good sense to handball the ball out in front, and a fine kick. And naturally enough, a terrific mark there to Tony Lockett.
Has kicked 3. Tony Lockett looking to put some accuracy on the St Kilda scoreboard, and there's deathly silence amongst all St Kilda supporters. They can't believe this. They've kicked 5 goals, 9. Had they kicked straight?
1-5 they've kicked so far in this second quarter.
Bad kicking is bad football. Terry Danaher this time. Tumbling a punt. Lockett could grab this, and he does. Got Lowe in the square calling for it. Lockett's going for a torpedo. Gets onto it but bends it badly. Lowe gets his hands to it and the ball goes over the line after being touched, so we'll have a throw in the left forward pocket.
If I was Kevin Sheedy, I'd be a little concerned, I think, at this stage.
They haven't got a forward really looking lively at all or dangerous, have they, Ian?
Madden wins it. That's a goal.
So St Kilda at last get a goal. Great snapshot by Devonport. Underwood just grabbed a little too high as he endeavoured to get his kick away. Underwood doing pretty well for the Bombers. Kick towards full forward. No mark. Long. Oh, the hand pass was just a little too severe for Spawn. Ball comes out Russo. Now Saints can get something going here. Burns goes off to Cunningham. Cunningham's kick towards centre forward. Low! Terry Danaher slipping at the crucial stage. Lockett one out with Anthony Danaher. The pass is on. Now O'Donnell chips back. Lockett. Harvey into an open goal. It's another one to St Kilda.
What magnificent pace there from Harvey. There's a bit of an altercation here out in the field there. But Robert Harvey showing great pace there and great skill, having been a Teal Cup All-Australian in '88. Only 8 games as Robert Teal played. Certainly, I beg your pardon, Harvey. Teal. Talking about Teal Cup and Harvey, getting mixed up there. Harvey doing well. So St Kilda incensed now and certainly looking very dangerous. The forwards of Essendon not showing any spark and no one at all looking dangerous as Salmon and Anderson can't take their marks.
A handy lead for St Kilda. Midway through this second quarter, they're into attack again. Winmar towards Lowe. Terry Danaher from behind has been given the job now. Russo receives nicely on to Winmar. It bounces off Watson and loses the football. Williams ripped off it. Free kicks going the way of Essendon.
I think they played about the 4th one there, Ian.
I was just going to say the same thing, Ross. There were a couple there earlier than that, weren't there?
I think Nicky Winmar was just mentioning that to the umpire too. But the determination by both these sides, particularly St Kilda, has been sensational. Devonport applies the tackle. Now it's coming back. It'll be a free kick going to O'Donnell.
Yes, very lucky to get away with that. Anyway, just jump in there. Tim Watson's kick across the ground, a shocker for Tim Watson. Put O'Donnell under pressure, and he's very lucky that the tackle coming from the St Kilda player was very, very Devonport was just a little crude.
His kick to centre wing. Low with 2 fists. Danaher props and gets the free kick. The experience of 250 games. Over the centre, Simon Madden. He crunched over Spawn. His teammate is okay. That's another poor kick towards Anderson. Shows pace on the 50-metre line. Shrugs a couple of tackles. Goes onto the left foot. He likes that. He shoots towards goal. There is no one home except Trevor Barco. Right on the last line of defence. You'll find Cunningham on half-back. St Kilda a chance to bounce their way down towards centre wing. Over the cricket pitch he goes. Put out in front of Russo. Coming to meet him is Considine. And he's taken over the line. Good game of football.
I think Peter Russo had something in his mind before he even collected the football then.
Salmon beautifully to Watson. Craven won't get past Walsh and he's lost it.
Surely that's play on, man. Goodness me.
I think perhaps the umpire was on the defensive side, if you'd like to call it that, and perhaps couldn't see what did happen. Walsh's kick, Essendon supporters screaming because Winmar came from behind the man on the mark. Now play on, I don't believe it. Turner's caught with the football at centre half back, and the umpire doesn't know what to do. Well,
see what happens here, and they're just confusing the players, not only themselves a little, but the players now are unsure what's going on.
And then I doubt whether he was prepared to give the kick against Turner. The bounce at centre half forward for Essendon. Good punch away up towards full forward. Anderson gets the hand pass off to Long into an open goal, and Long puts it through.
The Bombers coming back, but it's Winmar sending St Kilda into attack. A kick off the side of the boot. Goes wide towards the wing. There's plenty of niggling going on between Considine and Devonport. And he might get 50 metres. No, he's going to lose it.
Oh, rubbish.
Well, I can't work that one out.
I think that was the free kick he paid initially, and Devonport thought it was his.
Cunningham over the top. Bailey gets it onto Izzard. He drifts it into Harvey at half forward.
Is that a pass in?
Little fortunate, I would think.
Short again. Nolan Izzard, after kicking it, had just drifted down to that space across that half-forward line, or between half-forward and full-forward. Now has a chance to post his second goal, and Essendon second in almost as many minutes. Good quarter of football, this, by both sides. Izzard. Not a pretty sight, that kick.
Perhaps that factor again, Ian, where Izzard not so comfortable having a set shot as against running into an open goal.
It's crazy, isn't it? Very difficult to pick some of these players.
Trevor Barker now. Short to Dwyer. It's not too sure what to do, McGuire, so eventually goes back to Barker, who goes wide to the outer side. And a free kick to Essendon. Michael Long, who has goaled just a few moments ago, but all of a sudden the players, I don't know what they've done with their kicking feet.
Yeah, it's lazy, and he should have been centering the ball there, not going out to that flank as he did.
So that one out of bounds, and another throw in. A good crowd filling Windy Hill today, and a good game. Fode over the top, but Long showed more desperation, tried to get it onto Underwood, who was tripped. Walsh now under pressure. Izard clear onto the left foot, spearing it to half-forward Madden.
Essendon forwards have found it very hard to break away. The St Kilda defence has been very dogged and put pressure on every contest. Simon Madden resting in that forward line with Salmon on the ball to have a shot at goal.
Sheldon, I think it is.
Calling for the stretcher.
Well, I hope it's not serious, because they lost Peter McConville, one of their other very experienced players coming from Carlton.
No, it's not Sheldon. Sheldon's back
It's
there.
Mick Dwyer.
I think it might be Dwyer.
Looks like they look very similar. Brett Bowie warming up. No, it's not Mick Dwyer either.
Well, that's bad luck for St Kilda. What does something like this, Ross, do to the momentum of a team?
Well, that's something that perhaps St Kilda, with a terrible way for it to stop a bit of momentum that Essendon might have been mounting there. But it doesn't help, Sandy. You're quite right. The break like this can put some of the players off, and they lose that flow. It takes them a while to regain their composure and get going again. So you're quite right. It doesn't help.
Pretty serious too, by the look of it.
Could be Danny Craven.
Well, if it is Danny Craven, it's a shame, because he and Bowie, even though Bowie spent the first quarter and a half of this game on the bench, they've been a very fine roving pair for St Kilda this year. And we mentioned some of the earlier games. Something on replay here, falling awkwardly. Gee, he was in a lot of pain as he went down, wasn't he?
Might have broken his leg.
A lot of stress-related injuries coming these last couple of years, with shins, knees and groins particularly. Well, that's because of the pressure of the game, the pace of the game, the amount of training players are doing or expected to do, extra training they do with themselves to come up to standard. As each week goes by, or season goes by particularly, the ability of the players to be able to run is so important.
So Murray Ablett pushing Brett Bowie onto the ground. And quite a hold up here. We've got Simon Madden, it will be, who will take the kick once Danny Craven is removed from the playing area. And bad luck for the youngster.
Going straight to the rooms too.
So, as we have another look, let's get back to the action. This is Simon Madden shooting for goal. Chance to make the margin just 4 points. He stabs at it and records just the one behind. So kicking has left a bit to be desired, Ian, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, for perfect conditions, I would have thought that, you know, 7-9 for St Kilda should be even 9-7. And Essendon have missed some easy ones too. The kick in finds Rice at half-back. Now, can St Kilda just hold on until perhaps half-time? Hamilton takes the mark on centre wing. Bombers now striving hard to get right back into this game. They led at quarter time by 5 points. This kick finds Madden at centre half forward.
Second time in this game that Simon Madden has read the play beautifully. He in fact contested that mark with Hamilton, then sprinted off as quickly as Simon Madden can into the space at centre half forward. And here he has the ball again for a third shot at goal.
So Madden again, a little stab. This is more accurate, hits the post.
Well, his three kicks have just favoured that side, perhaps just dropping the ball a little awkwardly onto his boot and just jabbing, as you mentioned there, not following through. So the vital misses there.
Barker kicks in a little too early for the field umpire. He asked him to go back and do it again because the boundary umpire hadn't completed his proceedings. Now the kick in. comes into that back pocket. Bowie up towards the centre wing area. Sheldon, good gather. Taken away by Chris Danaher. And it goes over for a boundary throw-in. On centre wing, right near the players' interchange area, Salmon in front. Harding over the top. Bowie diving on it. Bailey out the back. Williams a chance. Oh, good shepherding work there done by Salmon. Kick away by Chris Danaher. Up towards half forward. Marking contest. No one can grab it. Cunningham caught. Gets the hand pass away. 3 St Kilda players. They're all caught. Good play. Long. He's desperate. But St Kilda are up to it and they break clear through Rice. Rice towards centre half forward. The ball comes to the back. There's a chance now for Devonport. He's held, but he didn't have it.
Played that well, didn't he?
For such a young player, quite an experienced piece of work by Craig Devonport.
He's very clever there. I like Kevin Bartlett or similar.
He's already kicked 2 goals. His second goal was a magical snap. Only a couple of steps, and it just drifts across the face. Perhaps there is a bit of breeze out there, Ross.
Yes, certainly doesn't appear from here, but
Let's go down to the boundary line. Mike Roberts for a report on Danny Craven.
Yes, I've just come out of the St Kilda rooms and he's in a lot of pain. He's going to be taken straight to the hospital with a broken left tibia, so it's a broken leg.
Well, that's bad luck. Considine gets it away to Harvey. Off the chest of Fode and Long to take the free kick. Well, he started to pick up a few touches this quarter, Long. Anderson the flyer. Barker the spoiler. Bowie waiting down. Walsh well claimed. Great football. Eventually, Grant gives it out to Burns. Wider to Russo. Gets away from Tim Watson and goes towards Stuart Lowe. With him is Terry Danaher and O'Donnell. Danaher. Clever hand pass. He's got the free kick too out of that. He had no intention. He had no intention of getting it to a teammate. He thought, "Now I'll just angle this so it looks nice."
Looking for Kevin Sheedy in the coach's box, I think.
And he's got the free kick. Great player. Towards Walsh and Salmon in the centre. Fode waiting down, so to Williams. Now Ed Considine. Tricky little kick to O'Donnell. Certainly wasn't the required distance. Play on the call, and he does that well. Finding Izard between centre and half forward. Goes wide again. Underwood. Well, they're going the indirect way home. They've got Spawn on the outer side. He's inside 50. May get claimed. Eventually gets his kick. Goes straight across the face of goal and puts it out of bounds on the floor.
5 kicks for a shot at goal from this wing on the other side of the ground. They could have had 2 kicks this side and perhaps a goal.
Trevor Barker. From the back pocket. Hamilton and Winmar. Salmon at the back. Harvey. He's had a good first half. Rice pushing the ball along in front. John Russo eventually comes in and decides that he'll have it.
Play by Dean Rice there. Obviously outnumbered and at least kept the ball in. Just outside 50 metres and close to half time. Long over the top. Watson running onto it. Will have a shot and miss.
Good pressure there from David Grant. Mentioned again, not good football in these conditions. Ian and Sandy, as you mentioned earlier on, not good kicking. Ideal conditions.
1-5 Essendon have kicked in this quarter and St Kilda have kicked 3-6. Barker to the outer side. Oh, obvious free kick against the big St Kilda ruckman Turner, and it'll go back to Harvey. Harvey's kick towards full forward. Punch to the back. Kick off the ground. Rushed through for a behind to Essendon. So 6-9 plays 7-10. St Kilda by 7 points.
Barker to Burns. Over the top to Harding. He'll have to be quick. Gets his kick just in time. Bowie could have almost been pushed by O'Donnell. Cunningham does well. The youngsters doing it for St Kilda. Ingleton from Harvey to half forward. Danaher and Lowe doing the leaning. Devonport, a hurried kick. Hamilton may run into trouble. Gets the hand pass away. Bowie back to Ingleton. Onto the left foot. Pushes wide. Lockett shrugs one tackle. Flicks it round his body. And Lowe racing back. Can't stop it in time, and it's through for one behind. 7-11 plays 6-9. Terry Danaher to Hamilton. Long in towards the middle, but to no avail. It's half time. St Kilda 7-11, 53. Lead Essendon 6-9, 45. And both sides, Ian Robertson, as we have a look at those scores, Essendon kicking 1 goal 6 for the quarter. St Kilda have kicked 3 goals 7. And they could well look back on that quarter and say, well, that is where we lost it.
Yes, it's there've been quite a few mistakes, and we've mentioned a couple of times in the first half of how excellent these conditions are. And for senior league footballers to miss the shots at goal that both teams have missed, particularly in that second term, it's there's just no excuse for it. I have detected that maybe there is a little bit of breeze, but not enough, surely, to influence the goal kicking the way it has.
All right, Ian, let's recheck those scores. Half-time, St Kilda 7-11, 53. Essendon 6-9, 45.
And they should have been 3 or 4 goals up at half-time. He praised the tackling and the team spirit. He set them in groups. He praised Winmar. He played a great game. And also a bit of bad luck to Danny Craven, who's confirmed that he has gone to hospital.
Right, so the game is underway from the middle. Winmar, his hand pass is smothered. There was a push there, says John Russo, and it will go back to Nicky Winmar. Long. Towards Lockett. Front spot. Terry Danaher through with strength. Just bullied his way through on that occasion. Devonport a chance. Snaps over his shoulder. Dwyer dropping back. The bounce is not kind to him. And it is tapped defensively over the line by Danaher for a throw-in.
Intelligent punch away there by Anthony Danaher too.
Madden. Sporting the new haircut. Low. Over the back. Sheldon. Crunched into the ground. Underwood claimed. St Kilda are coming out and carrying on where they left off in the first half. Winmar sat upon.
Gee, they're letting some of these free kicks go. They really are.
Winmar gets up holding his back, but he seems to be okay. Madden and Harding. Madden gave a push out. Harding to take the kick forward of centre. Lockett and Danaher, one out in the square if he can get down there. The drop punt is on its way. Lockett front spot. Danaher the effective spoil. Madden a high kick back towards the centre. 2 St Kilda players. Lowe was there.
Very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Pick up a free kick. Russo saying that Harvey went over the shoulder. Lockett out again. And again, well spoiled. Socket off the ground. It's a goal.
Yes, Nicky Winmar. Great effort there, Sandy. Great effort.
Huh. Well, what a great goal and what a start for the Saints.
You called it, Sandy. It's exactly what they wanted. They've had the fair share of this opening few minutes of game. Looking for Tony Lockett on each occasion. Nicky Winmar picking the ball off that contest, and terrific goal.
Well, we've had a couple of snapshots that have gone through from very difficult angle. Watson, Devonport, and now Winmar. They get the ball in front with deliberate shots. Can't kick the goals, but play goes on. Madden. Attempted kick from mid-air by Walsh. Pick up by Burns. Burns goes back. Rice. Underneath all players, Ingleton. Harding. Puts his teammate under pressure. St Kilda have the numbers. Harvey free kick being picked out of it, and the umpire bringing the play all the way back to give the ball to a St Kilda player.
Yes, he did blow that whistle early for Russo.
Russo's kick towards full forward and doing what all ruckmen should do, dropping back into that space in front of Lockett. Simon Madden takes the mark. A short chip kick. Anderson punched away, lacking confidence, low. Good kick up towards the half-forward area, but again Simon Madden chips in and marks on his chest. Madden's kick out towards the wing. Ingleton again, doing well. Good kick around the corner. Madden, third mark in a minute. Off it goes to Williams. Williams to Harvey. Bombers mounting something now. Harvey's kick towards centre half forward. Salmon can't mark. Rice, great play. Hand pass is smothered. Brilliant football, Watson. Go for goal, Timmy Watson. Poor kick off the side and out of bounds on the foot.
Brilliant play, wasn't it, really? It's all they need, someone to spark there. Paul Salmon just can't hang on to the ball.
Cunningham from the back pocket. Grant and Walsh. Watson sweeping to Harvey. Long. Yes. The Bombers making a change as I speak. Walsh is coming off the ground and Somerville is back on. Michael Long, gold in the second quarter. So this for his second, and the Bombers need it to stay in touch. He's kicked that one.
Oh, a crunch at the centre bounce. Mick Dwyer was on the end of it. Simon Madden, the infringer. Dwyer takes the free kick. Here's some good play. Over the back, reading it well. Tony Danaher tries to slip the hand pass out wide. Now a chance for his younger brother, Chris. Chris kicks it out towards the wing. Good punch away. Harvey's a chance. Does well. Gets the hand pass off to Cunningham. It's a little too far for Barker. Hard up against the boundary line. Trevor Barker slips over. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. 45 metres from the St Kilda goal. The Saints leading by 8 points. Low from the back. Madden from the front. Chance for Chris Danaher again. Kicks it towards the centre. Somerville over the back. Sheldon. Quick kick from the standing start. Terry Danaher's in position. Can't mark. Standing still. Mick Dwyer takes a well-judged mark.
Did that well. Used his body. Very fairly, though. On replay here. Terry Danaher flying a little early. Mick Dwyer holding his ground.
So Mick Dwyer, who has kicked 1 goal, 2, will need a good long kick to score. Nice looking drop punt. Beautiful kick. Dwyer's second.
Yes, a good kick there from Mick Dwyer. Very purposeful as he went forward there and really punched that ball nicely. And again, a good start to St Kilda. That's exactly what they need. As Danny Frawley's obviously very happy with it.
He's a little embarrassed.
Yes, and a good mark to Mick Dwyer. As I said, stood his ground very well. And a nice, punchy right foot kick.
So the Saints open up a 14-point lead. 9-11 plays 7-9. Madden beaten by Harding. Winmar looking for the free kick. Doesn't come his way. And he can't believe it. Somerville marks almost down to half forward. Salmon screaming for it. He is ignored. Goes down towards full forward. And it was 2-on-1. Sheldon takes the mark. Wider to Rice. Hugging the boundary line. He bounced his way around the half-back line. To centre wing. And a fine mark taken by Chris Danaher, but he gave a nudge. So it will go back to Trevor Barker. The Saints running hot at the moment. Barker, the St Kilda veteran, to half forward. Plenty up, but who's waiting down? Close to the boundary line it goes. Bowie soccers off the ground, but I think it may have already gone over. So it will be taken back and thrown in some 60 metres from the St Kilda scoring zone. Very good crowd out here at Windy Hill now. They came late, but when they did come, they came in droves. Watson tries to palm it off. They're not out of trouble, Essendon, yet. They have it now on centre wing. It's Williams to Salmon. A few ironical cheers going up from the Essendon supporters. He'll look for Long, no doubt. But marking in front is Cunningham, playing inspired football in defence. His kicking has let him down, but that one drops beautifully for him. Fode towards Dwyer from 50 metres. Poor kick, and it's out of bounds on the full. So again it will be Anthony Danaher to bring it back into play. Kieran Spawn off the ground, Walsh back on. Danaher short, can Dwyer intercept? No, he can't. Terry Danaher marks.
So Terry Danaher has the football at centre-half back, and he goes straight across the face of goal to his brother Chris, off to the other brother Anthony. What a magnificent footballing family, the Danahers. Watson's got it in the centre. Watson goes direct towards full forward. It's over Salmon's head. Walsh, who's only just come off the interchange, hooks it around, not far enough, and through for another behind to Essendon.
Kevin Sheedy looking for a better mix of players in that forward line, taking Walsh off and out of the back line. Now he's back on again at centre-half forward. And he, Salmon, the likes of with Terry Danaher now down in the back line, looking for Harvey to lift in that forward line. They just don't have a spark there, do they, Ian?
Not at all. Devonport in the hands of the trainers with a bit of cramp. Sheldon kicks it into Turner. Turner's high kick towards the wing. Anderson. Good mark. They'll be looking for him to lift. He's only had 4 possessions so far. Back down the field a little bit after playing early at full forward. The kick up towards the forward pocket area. Sheldon nearly went for the hand pass and then kicked it. Little chip pass to Grant on half-back flank. Grant looking for Lowe. Oh, Lowe nudges Terry Danaher, and that's the way umpire Russo sees it. A free kick to the 250 gamer. Terry Danaher on centre wing. Kicks it to within goal-scoring distance for the Bombers, and the umpire sees an infringement. It's going to St Kilda's Grant. Essendon supporters not too happy. Cairns coming over the fence.
Anderson in trouble for Essendon. David Grant in towards the centre. No one at home, however, and Chris Danaher takes the mark. Danaher's everywhere. This is Michael Long. Anderson still in the hands of the trainers. Long looking to go short again. Paul Salmon is a long way out. Anderson is coming off the ground. Grenvold is coming on. Paul Salmon. The Bombers requiring a goal badly. It's a long kick into the square. Touched and over the back for one behind.
It will be a shame if Greg Anderson's injured there, not be able to come back on the ground, because he was just starting to come back into it a little bit there, having had a very, very quiet first half.
Only 2 kicks in this game at the moment. Bowie has it to Burns. Dropped it, but then played on. On to Gordon Fode. Now, Fode can run a bit. One bounce, then Long, up towards Lockett. Danaher stands his ground. He's doing a grand job. O'Donnell, wide to Considine. Now Watson may run into trouble, but he's good enough to get out of it. Across the centre. Somerville to tap on to Madden. Harvey spins out of trouble. Williams almost caught unawares. Chasing his big Steve Turner. The big man did well. Bowie gets it away to Grant. The desperation of St Kilda is incredible as Turner lopes away. Kicks Long on the outer side. Harvey takes the mark. St Kilda have a chance to go deep into attack. Ingleton claim, but still able to get it onto Burns. Burns long in towards goal, but he's wide. And the mark is taken on the very last line of defence by Anthony Danaher. Good quarter of football, Ian.
Very interesting so far. It's at a crucial stage, I would think.
Danaher short to Considine in the back pocket. Short again to Tim Watson. He's covering an enormous amount of territory, Watson. But at the moment he's been unable to fire the bomber machine into top gear. Hamilton marks well on the outer side.
Hamilton on centre wing outer side, looking to move the ball quickly into the forward line. play in the centre. Williams, Harvey's kick out in front of Walsh. Great play, Cunningham, and he's rewarded with a free kick. Desperate stuff by the St Kilda defender. Not a very good kick usually, but he finds Winmar. Winmar back to Cunningham, does the shepherding, and Cunningham allowed to get away. Shocking kick, and it's being marked by Salmon. Salmon, just on the defensive side of centre wing, kicks it towards half forward. Winmar, great mark in front of Simon Madden. And Nicky Winmar, 12th possession, kick straight across the field. Sheldon overruns it. Into an open goal goes Underwood, and it's a goal to Essendon.
I've been watching the Eagles too long.
A goal the difference. Winmar will be looking to make amends. He kicks high to the half-forward line. Harvey can't mark, O'Donnell can. Good player, O'Donnell. Short to Underwood. Well, he's got his parents and his grandparents over here from Adelaide today watching him, and he's starting to turn it on for them. Somerville couldn't trap it. Plenty of desperation now in this game still. The kick by Grant is wide. Devonport looking to keep it in play just for a moment or two, gathered a few metres, and St Kilda have it in their attacking zone, down towards their left half-forward flank. Greg Anderson still on the sidelines. How is he, Mike Roberts?
He received a knock on his right knee. He's been warming up and down the boundary line. It shouldn't be too many problems there.
Throw in. Lowe got a touch to it. Devonport couldn't. An attempted soccer off the ground by Considine didn't work. Chris Danaher was pushed, said the umpire. Danaher to half forward. Madden looking for the free kick. Didn't come his way. Harding to Sheldon. We're out of trouble. Down towards Harvey and O'Donnell. Harvey traps it beautifully. Gives it to the running Gordon Fode. Long and low. Looking for Dwyer or Lockett. Neither can take it. At the bottom was Hamilton. Out it comes to Anthony Danaher. And he's away. Clearing kick towards Michael Long. Bowie can't keep it in. Or can he? He's trying desperately hard. Loses it. But Harvey lends him good support. He's playing a grand game of football. Gives it across to Russo. Russo fires it. Goal. This is going to be close. It's a goal.
They put that goal down to Robert Harvey. Geez, he's playing very well. He's played well all day. Just persisted there. I think the advantage at the moment St Kilda have is their younger players have a little bit of zip, a little bit of speed. They're breaking away from the Essendon players who are looking a little bit sluggish, as you always do when you're second to the ball. They're a fine piece of play there from Harvey to pass across to Russo, and a good goal from that area there, eh?
Tremendous kick by Peter Russo. So back in the centre, St Kilda still leading, giving plenty of cheek. Could come clear again. Dwyer out wide. The bounce not good for Bailey. Throwing himself at the football was young Ingleton, and he takes it over for a boundary throw in.
Of course, the other thing too is Essendon played on Tuesday, St Kilda last Saturday. Can tell now.
Yes, I guess that there's something in that. On centre wing, Izzard can't break clear, and umpire Russo will come in and bounce the ball.
Looks as though Anderson is going to be having only a short stay on the boundary line. Two goals in it. It's been tight from the word go. Harding and Madden. Chris Danaher. Harvey's kick. Thumped by Winmar over the line.
He's athletic Nicky Winmar, isn't he? You know, I would say he wouldn't even be 6 foot, but he jumped so high then.
A South Australian interchange. Grenvold off, Anderson on. Madden front spot. Palms it down with the left hand. Considine almost overruns it and tries to poke it out the back door. Russo unable to pick it up. And John Russo, the umpire, will come in and take charge. Just under 9.5 minutes remaining. So the scene is set for a great final quarter here at Windy Hill. Harvey. Well claimed. Bailey, the quick hand pass. Considine kicks long in towards the centre. No mark to Madden. Harding can't pick it up. Spooned forward by Somerville. Wider goes Burns, and even wider is Rice. Chasing is Long. Two speedsters at the VFL. Cunningham does the shepherding work. Rice gets his kick down towards the half-forward line. But Terry Danaher is waiting at the back there. Flicks it back for a throw. Well, Terry Danaher would dearly love to celebrate his 250th game with a win. If that's going to be the case, the Bombers are going to have to come from behind. There's his brother, Chris, getting a kick towards centre wing. Dean Rice tackled too high, going over the shoulder, and he'll take it. He's got Sheldon in the middle. He's not allowed to do that, though. When you take a free kick, you must not hand pass.
That's very interesting. Wouldn't the player have thought maybe that the umpire ordered a mark?
Quite right.
Well, it's plain to see that he signalled as a free kick, but he could have. On the outer side, Burns to Russo. Kicked a great goal only minutes ago. He bounces his way down towards half forward. Lockett comes steaming out. What a mark! That is a sensational mark.
2 years ago, Darryl Baldock said that this man took marks like this in a practice match, and he said, we still haven't seen Tony Lockett take control of a football match. That is great stuff.
Am I right in saying he's kicked 3 so far?
Quite right. 3 goals too.
And all of those in the first quarter. An important kick, this one, for St Kilda. They need this one. Lockett kicks, and Lockett has gone.
So back in the centre, Dwyer tries to get out. Williams for Essendon. No free kick paid. Williams goes after it again. Good tackle, Russo. And the St Kilda players really fired up. Kick by Dean Rice out wide. Winmar can't control it. At the back, Considine picks it up nicely and kicks Essendon into attack up towards the 50-metre line. But Sheldon, reading it well, chips in and takes the mark. Now, don't go across goal. Kenny Sheldon, half-back flank, member side, looking for someone to kick to. High, in towards the centre, low, can't mark. The crumb gatherer, Fode, left foot towards centre half forward. It just won't sit for Bowie. He's crashed to the ground. Umpire lets play go on. O'Donnell kicks it out wide. Long takes the mark on centre wing. Long short chip. Somerville in front, punched away, backing up well. Sheldon can't get his kick away. Brilliant tackle there by the Essendon player Harvey. The kick goes towards centre wing. Underwood's underneath it. Taps it over the top. Izard caught. Gets the hand pass away. O'Donnell has support from Long. Long looking for a player further afield. He goes long. Up towards full forward. Punched away from Salmon. Umpire has the whistle in his mouth. Let's play go on. Williams into an open goal. Over the top. Anderson will kick a goal for Essendon.
Well, Anderson back on, having had that little bit of trouble with his knee. And that'll give him some a little bit of a lift. He's been very quiet, as we mentioned. But Essendon really making hard work of their goals. And as seen there, the struggle between Turner and Salmon. The ball coming out from Salmon showing some determination there to Williams. Over to Greg Anderson. And an easy goal for Anderson from there. They also made a change whilst that was going on. With Kevin Walsh off the ground again. And Grenvold back on.
And again, the margin is 2 goals. Madden, Watson and Russo. Harding and Harvey. 11-11 plays 9-11. Harding and Madden both heading in the same direction. Izard elects to soccer it down towards half forward. Rice may rue his attempt to punch clear as Harvey shoots for goal and puts it through, and the Bombers are coming back. Kick in it. The centre again. Madden with the left hand. Williams out of the centre, tackle too high. The Essendon fans have suddenly come to life. Darren Williams from the middle. That's a sight the Essendon fans love to see.
Can't support his pickle. Oh, it wasn't so long ago that he was copping ironical cheers, and now he's a hero.
Well, he's got the chance to be a real hero here, Paul Salmon, if he can level the scores with a goal.
Good luck to him too. I thought the players were giving him the ball poorly earlier.
And a few times too, and he's led to the right position. They just overlooked him completely, almost selfishly.
So Salmon to level the scores at Windy Hill. He shoots and he goes.
Left in the term. Scores level with 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Grant caught by a long tackle. Chris Danaher, half forward. Izard ran onto the left foot. Short chip pass is effective. Chris Danaher has the football right on the 50-metre line. Done reasonably well too, with 7 possessions since coming on the ground in the second term. Danaher's short pass looking for Salmon. Sheldon. If the ball was still in play, it was a mark. No, says the boundary umpire. Now conferring with the field umpire to see just maybe what did happen. And I think Ken Sheldon's second grab was definitely out of the field of play. So boundary throw-in. Great to see Nathan Burke back on the interchange bench.
So from the throw-in, Dean Rice flicking it wide. The mark is taken by Andrew Underwood. Underwood to put the Bombers into attack. It's a pretty congested forward line he's kicking to. He goes long. Izard will wait at the back. Push down to the side. Snap at goal is by Danaher, but it hits the post. And one behind only. Chris Danaher has been very busy. So it gives Essendon the lead by a point. Sheldon towards Burns. Somerville will have too much height, but he leant on him and has given away the free kick.
Burns did it well, I thought, Ross.
He did, yes. Knowing he was going to be out-tooled.
Yes.
Bit of the dictionary?
Yes, well, for what of a better word.
Right at the
well
back
put.
of the dictionary.
Well put. Anderson, good punch away. Somerville gets the hand pass away towards Williams. Watson, chipping in, Timmy Watson. Short kick is straight along the ground. Salmon can't gather the football. And the Saints defenders will be happy to see that over the boundary line, just outside 50 metres.
Tim Watson's been a real rock for them, not only this game, this quarter particularly, but especially on the half-back line earlier on.
Boundary throw in. Simon Madden out the back, nearly went to Williams. Ruck work has been tremendous. Great courage shown by Underwood. Kicked by Ingleton. High in towards the centre. Terry Danaher just kicks the ball. Long. Chris Danaher leaves it for Michael Long. Long short kick. Salmon. Williams gets space. Left foot shot for goal by Williams is home.
So the Bombers hit back hard. St Kilda now desperately need a score if they're going to stay in touch. It's a revitalised Essendon as Danaher gets a kick down towards Bailey. A long penetrating hand pass down towards half forward. Williams again goes over the top of Long, but Gordon Fode is there. Fode quickly kicks wide towards centre wing. Mick Dwyer can set up a loose man with Barker, but he can't get past Renbold, who's come off the interchange bench. Keeps the ball in play. Bailey still chasing. They bottle it up on that outer side. Williams is there too. So too Dwyer. And the umpire says, gentlemen, I shall have it. Kevin Sheedy sitting down there with Bill Duckworth on his left and Kevin Egan on his right. They've got a margin of 7 points and a cliffhanger at Windy Hill. Mark Harvey claimed he'd get the handball away. It's gone over the line. Close to siren time. Russo, one touch, but not enough. Away goes Harvey, one bounce. He's quick. Can St Kilda score before the siren? Lockett from the pocket. He shoots over his shoulder. It's not a bad-looking kick. It's a goal!
What an unbelievable kick.
Well, he's had limited opportunities, but he's made the most of them. 5 goals, 2 in this quarter. And at this time of the game, they certainly needed that St Kilda. Now a point behind, and what a fine kick, as Sandy said. Lockett from the pocket. And what a fine goal from Tony Lockett there.
So just 10 seconds remaining in this third quarter. It's been a thrilling one. There's a point the difference. Harding and Madden. Madden with a mighty thump. Can Watson send Essendon forward on the siren? He kicks high off the side of the boot. 4 seconds to go in this third quarter. St Kilda defence through Rice. Can't get clear, but it doesn't matter. It's three-quarter time. And what a game. Essendon 12-12, 84. Leads St.Kilda by a point, 12-11, 83. All those for you. Here we go. It's the final quarter. And a tight one here at Windy Hill. Sheldon, a chance to push the ball wide. Michael Long, growing with confidence. Took the ball out of bounds and will come back for a throw-in. The left half forward flank. Essendon in attack, leading by 1 point. Harding coming over the top. Winmar. Wide. And out of bounds. On the full, so Darren Williams, who took the mark, will take the kick. To half forward, almost inside 50. Turner spoils well. Sheldon waits down and heads for the boundary line. Chasing is Rice. On his hammer is Anderson. Throw in on the other side.
Ken Sheldon doesn't play unlike Alan Johnson at Melbourne, Ian. Mops up very well.
Certainly does.
From the throw-in. Long unable to take it. Grant uses the body. Harvey at the bottom of the pack. Had a good day, Robert Harvey. 22 possessions. Anderson does it the hard way. Somerville taps on in towards Salmon in the pocket. Very tight angle. He pulls it right back towards Long. Can't take the mark. Can he recover? Oh, he traps it well. Gets the hand pass to Underwood, who dropped the football. And the umpire said he was tackled too high. What do you think, Ross?
Well, I think he was infringed a little high, but he also, I think, got rid of that ball very quickly. It was even tackled without it, which could also have been a free. As you can see there, so he dropped the ball. He might have just got hand to it very quickly. The umpire had good vision there, angled the game correctly. Could have been for either one, Sandy.
So Andrew Underwood. Chance to make the margin 7 points. Directly in front. 40 metres out. Has he made it? No, he's pulled it slightly to the right, to the left, and one behind only. 12-13 plays 12-11.
Well, he'd be a bit disappointed at that, and so would Michael Long, who fought very well to get that ball in that forward line for Essendon.
Sheldon to bring the ball back into play for St Kilda. A little confused as to which way to go. He elects to go to the outer side. Nice long kick. Brilliant gather long. Hand pass. Chris Danaher. Anderson. Kicks around the corner to the front of the square. Oh, Somerville drops a shocker. Barker under pressure. Dives on it. Tries to get the ball out. Grant. Now St Kilda out of trouble. Grant with a little bit of space. Kicks the ball towards the wing. Devonport and Considine. Williams there to help Considine out, as is Hamilton. Hamilton caught, but gets the hand pass away. Considine nearly caught there by Winmar, but a beautiful pass by Considine finds Underwood in the centre. Underwood looking to play on. Hand pass to Simon Madden. Madden's kick to full forward. No mark taken. Ball at the back. St Kilda defence under pressure. Harding held when he didn't have it. And the big St Kilda ruckman will take the free kick at full-back. Harding, who has had a tremendous battle with Simon Madden. Simon Madden's ruck work has been exemplary, but Harding has done pretty well. Kick in short. Sheldon goes straight into the centre of Windy Hill. Winmar! Oh, the lightning hand pass, brilliantly read by Hamilton. Rebound football, Hamilton to Long. Long to Chris Danaher. At centre half forward, Chris Danaher goes for goal. And misses to the right.
Well, two players there on doing some fine work. Firstly, Nick Winmar taking some sensational mark, really. Playing on very quickly. The idea was right, but Hamilton read it better. And Chris Danaher showing great endeavour to get through the pack there and just a little sloppy with his disposal. A point only.
Walsh warming up on the sidelines, and it could be Somerville that he replaces. We'll wait and see. Watson thumps from behind. Cunningham waiting down in front. Can't get around Watson. Fine tackle. Grenvold now. Into Long. Hand pass intercepted by Barker. His kick is smothered. by Underwood. Back to Sheldon. The centre wing, Considine pulls in a one-hander. Watson.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
The umpire said he gave a nudge.
From the front, Tony.
It's an extraordinary decision. Barker looking for Lowe. Terry Danaher in front spot. Dwyer waiting down, sweeping hand pass, a chance for Rice. He can go on and goal if he's accurate, but he's not. He's sprayed it wide, and one behind is the result. And the change is made.
Yes, Kevin Walsh back on the ground for Essendon, and Somerville off.
So the kick back into play. Will Grenvold get there in time? He will. Hugging the boundary line. Kicks over the centre. Watson has to stand his ground. Barker effects the spoil down to Russo. To half forward. Hamilton. Great mark. Very handy defender. Over the centre he goes. Izzard got the ride. Walsh back on the ground to Harvey. This looks dangerous. Harvey brings it back in, and Salmon takes the mark.
Well done there by Harvey. Salmon went left, but then indicated with his right arm to go right. Harvey saw that very quickly, bent the ball around his body, and found Salmon in space.
So Paul Salmon kicked a valuable goal in the third quarter. The lead at the moment is 2 points. He'll kick from just outside 40. Good looking drop punt. It's a goal.
And Essendon with just a little bit of breathing space. They lead by 8 points.
Oh.
Sheldon. Poor tackle by Chris Danaher. Sheldon falling as he took possession of the ball. And he takes the free kick at centre-half back. Kicks towards centre-half forward. Marking contest. No one can really take it. Grenvold. Saints have got the numbers. Low. Short pass. Lockett. Can't gather. Nearly crashes through Hamilton. Anthony Danaher there to help out in defence. Terry there as well, and Terry Danaher's kick finds Harvey. Bombers getting something together. Harvey's kick a little too far. Williams gathers well. Long hand pass finds Long, who's really come into his own in the second half. Long's kick towards full forward. Turner comes out in defence, and a big punch finds the safety of the boundary line outside 50 metres. Very concerned Essendon supporter, Mr. Peacock. Bombers just clinging ever so grimly to an 8-point advantage. 13-14, 12-12. Just under 18 minutes left in the game. Daryl Baldock wondering, what can his Chargers do to lift? Anderson, long again. Good kick too around the corner with the right side. And a great mark taken by Turner for St Kilda. So the Saints haven't given up yet.
Steve Turner from the back pocket to centre wing. Dangerous because he's kicked in the direction of Simon Madden. He's looking for Stuart Lowe, but Madden too good. On to Watson. Wider again to Williams. Salmon on a lead.
Steve Turner, I think, has done a very good job up at fullback there, and just this last few minutes allowed Salmon to just get in front. And in fact, looks as if he's a bit proppy on an ankle, Steve Turner. Salmon's marking there, 9 marks for a player who I was critical of earlier, but not taking many. 9 marks in a game of football is a fair effort.
Steve Turner just testing out that left leg. Paul Salmon taking plenty of time. This would give the Bombers a handy break after coming from behind in the third quarter. Good looking kick. It's a goal.
Well, I'm sure the Essendon players would be pleased to see that side. Paul Salmon leading out, marking well, and kicking very straight and long, actually, for a player who's lacking a bit of confidence with his kicking early in the season. And he certainly gives them a great target to kick to, which they didn't have in that first half. His kicking is a lot better now, isn't it? I mean, that's clearing the fence by a good 10 metres.
I think you mentioned a magic word, Ross, confidence.
Centre bounce. Can St Kilda stop the Essendon run? The handball is not good for the Saints on that occasion. The Bombers will get out of it through O'Donnell. towards Walsh. Can't quite complete the mark. He has Izzard there. On to Grenville. A high left footer. Harding probably got one a little high anyway. And will take the ball at halfback. 98 plays 84. Barker can't mark. Grenville to Walsh. Caught him standing still, but he managed to get it back to O'Donnell. Little left foot chip in towards centre half forward. Harvey. Russo soccers off the ground. Harvey now for St Kilda. Wider to Dwyer. At least that's who it's meant for, but O'Donnell chips in. Watson loses it. Harvey again. Goes to ground. Anderson persisting. So too Dwyer. And it's Dwyer the victor. To the half-forward line, and a great diving mark taken by Tim Watson. He's covering enormous ground. The Bombers towards half-forward again. And once again, Harding holds up another promising attack. Harvey could well have cramped there because he's worked very hard today for St Kilda.
So has this guy worked pretty hard for his side.
Geez. Talk about run. Watson towards Walsh. Cunningham waiting for it to come down. Body over the ball now. Gets it wide to Rice. Hamilton couldn't take advantage of it. Long may be able to. To Salmon. He's proving quite lethal, Long.
He is, Sandy. Salmon being unselfish here, seeing... I know, he's going to take it back, though. The umpire hadn't settled Turner on the mark. Or put Salmon on the correct angle. And Long, in fact, ending up with a few touches here. 11 kicks, 12 marks. I beg your pardon, 11 kicks, 12 handballs.
Salmon going for goal number 4. Well, he's suddenly got his accuracy back because there's another one.
Back in the centre, Madden gets the ball down to Izzard. Up towards half forward. And just chipping in front of his opponent, Williams, is Ingleton to take the mark for St Kilda. He plays on quickly, kicks it towards half forward. Mick Dwyer takes the mark. St Kilda now have to play on at every opportunity. Dwyer's kick to the front of the square. Big men fly high, little men pick up the crumbs. It's Izzard for Essendon, out towards the wing, and a mark to Watson for possession number 28. Kick is intercepted by Terry Danaher. I think that was the player it was meant for, O'Donnell. He's backing himself. Going for goal is O'Donnell. Salmon! Another one! And the Essendon supporters are alive.
15 minutes of football, Ian. I think you're right, has changed Paul Salmon. But Tim Watson did the right thing there. Terry Danaher actually upset the move by Watson coming through the centre, but O'Donnell, what great pace and composure. His delivery there found Salmon. If it wasn't Paul Salmon going for that mark, I think a 6'6", anyone else would have missed it. Elongated as he was, just pulled it in.
Salmon about 25 to 30 metres from goal. Difficult angle. Another goal!
4 goals and a quarter, as anyone, by anyone's standard, is a fine effort. Paul Salmon has that now at the 15-minute mark of this last quarter, so the Essendon players would be very confident. Mind you, St Kilda should just keep persisting, as I know they will. They're still not out of this game.
Great diving mark by Paul Salmon. Well, this quarter has belonged to the big man. 16-14, plays 12-12. Lowe thumps it down towards half forward. It may just about bounce back to him. Walsh is there to intercept. Across to Izzard. The Bombers are starting to move now. Salmon out again. A little too early, a little too far. Williams back up support. Standing start and one behind. There could be a free kick given here to him. I think Barker came over the top and Williams will be given another kick.
And I would like to be in Trevor Barker's shoes. Not the tallest player on the ground, playing now at full back. Steve Turner's up on the half-forward line with that crook leg. Stuart Lowe into the ruck and Paul Harding to centre forward for St Kilda. Yes, blatant unnecessary.
So Williams scored 1 goal in the 3rd quarter. Picked up 22 possessions so far. He's going for his 2nd. And this will just about seal it. Well, it's almost an identical kick to the one that he produced prior to Barker tackling him.
You wouldn't believe that he could be so far offline, would you?
So, St Kilda not out of the hunt yet, but Sheldon's under plenty of pressure on that outer side. The ball eventually goes over the line and a throw-in to take place. Low over the top of Walsh. Russo wide. Anderson may just keep it in. No, he won't. .110 plays 84. Walsh and Lowe again. Just over 11 minutes remaining. Watson's kick partly smothered. Tap forward. St Kilda defence being very sorely tested. They've had trouble going into their attacking zone this quarter. Terry Danaher wide to Watson. Magical player to watch. Time to recover. Back to Danaher again. A high kick. Out comes Salmon. Well, Barker went right over the top and he's given away the free kick.
I think he might leave the mark there with Harvey, Sandy.
So Mark Harvey directly in front. Slightly to the left. I think actually looking at that, Paul Salmon probably wouldn't have minded another kick.
Yeah, definitely there was a free kick there, but the umpire obviously saying, well, the mark taken by Harvey, the advantage still with Essendon.
Barker, short kick to Sheldon. Sheldon kicks it wide. Half-back flank. Great mark taken by Anderson. Off he goes to Izzard. Izzard looking for Salmon at the back. Big fella will mark. Welcome back, Salmon. He's kicked 5.
It's a sign of his confidence coming back, isn't it?
Yes, and Trevor Barker did everything right, was in front. Timed his jump right with Paul Salmon too tall.
His kicking so far has been, for goal anyway, has been perfect. 5 straight. .30 metres out. Just slips off the side of his boot and misses to the right. So 5-1 to Paul Salmon. 16-16 plays 12-12 with just over 9 minutes left in this last quarter. Bomber fans pretty happy now. They were concerned at half-time when they trailed by 8 points. St Kilda had taken it up to the Essendon side. And at this stage, it looks as though it could be an Essendon victory. So Barker now with the football. Players making position further afield. Lowe's a chance to get the kick in. Made good position. St Kilda have the numbers on this members centre wing. Lowe kicks it in the Winmar direction. He can't mark. Fode overruns it. Williams in there. Scavenging for the football. And umpire Russo will come in and bounce. Fode gets up limping, favouring his left leg. The ball just slightly forward of centre wing. Turner doing the ruck work. Madden out the back. Bowie can't break clear. Umpire sees it as a high tackle. And Bowie will take the free kick for St Kilda. Started on the interchange bench. Unfortunately for St Kilda, they lost Craven early. May have broken his leg, unfortunately. Winmar, Underwood, tidy player, long. Kick towards half forward, floating punt kick, and a good mark taken by Lowe.
Terrific mark.
Pressure being applied by Chris Danaher. Big strong man, Stuart Lowe. His short kick looks for Sheldon. Sheldon takes the mark. He's looking a little tired too, Kenny Sheldon. Hand pass wide. Cunningham. Little hand pass to Bowie. Bowie goes for the long torpedo punt kick. Lockett can't mark against 2. and it's knocked over the boundary for a throw-in, about 40 metres around from the St Kilda goal. 16-16, 112 Essendon, St Kilda 12-12, 84.
Simon Madden from behind. Both ruckmen getting a little too far underneath it. Underwood tries to get it away. The Saints wanting a score and wanting it desperately. Considine going across the face of goal. Anderson can't mark. Keeps it in play, however. Danaher across to Bailey. Back to Hamilton. They run it out, or will they? Winmar intercepts. The Saints a chance now through Rice. Winmar. A tired Nicky Winmar kicks to the 50-metre line, and the diving mark is taken by Harvey. He's got Madden and Lockett in the square. Danaher dropping back there also. And he's not too sure where to go. He'll go long. Lockett. Edged out. Madden in front.
They did that very well, the two Essendon players. Simon Madden giving himself room to run at the ball. Anthony Danaher covering Lockett, just standing in his way. And Simon Madden taking that mark and getting a 50-metre penalty.
It's the first 50 we've seen for the day. Tony Lockett has kicked 5 goals, 3 in the first, 2 in the third. So the other end of the ground has been a happy one for him. Anderson showing his marking prowess onto his captain Watson. Barker and Salmon. Long, like lightning to Underwood. Well claimed. Dwyer gets it out, but straight to Long. Another one to Izard. Chips over his shoulder. It's got to be close. One behind. 16-17, 113. St Kilda are 12-12, 84, a margin of 29 points. Alan Izard has contributed 1 goal, 3. Trevor Barker. Just over 6 minutes remaining. Goes straight down the middle. Walsh over the top. Underwood waiting down. Goes to Anderson. Like lightning again to Watson. A chip away at goal. There's another one in the novice.
Captaincy. 17-17, 12-12. Back in the centre, here's Watson again. Another possession, hand pass over the top. Williams is caught. Still has the football. Lowy looking for the free kick. Russo. High ball towards half forward. Comes to the back. Hamilton. Tireless worker across that half back line for Essendon. Terry Danaher nearly dispossessed by Winmar, but the experienced Terry Danaher keeps the ball in. The play is about 40 metres, 45 metres from the St Kilda goal. The Saints in this last quarter have only kicked 1 behind. Essendon have gone marching on. They've kicked 5 goals, 5. Terry Danaher can't control the football. Close to the boundary line. He throws himself on it and then takes it over. So a boundary throw-in will take place about 40 metres from the St Kilda goal. And they've looked a little tired in this last term, Ross.
Yes, no doubt. They've tried very, very hard, but they've had no one that's really taken control of the game for them.
Russo's quick kick up in the Lockett direction. It goes through. First to recover. Bowie. Well tackled by Anthony Danaher. Perfect tackle from behind. No infringing. Dispossesses the player and rewarded with the free kick. Done a pretty good job, Anthony Danaher, even though Lockett's kicked 5. Out towards half-back, no mark taken. Watson again, hand passes off. Simon Madden, kick towards the wing. Walsh in front, punch away by Barker. Long, coming of age. Short chip pass is okayed, and the mark has been taken for Essendon there by Underwood.
Madden off, Somerville on, Watson. A thought may come off the spawn.
Looked like it.
He is going. There's another 50-metre penalty while we're watching that interchange work over time. Well, the Essendon fans love their skipper. Now, Andrew Underwood, with his 12th kick, has a chance to post Essendon's 18th goal. They've careered away with this game in the final quarter after 3 tremendous quarters of football. Underwood shoots for goal. Might have bent it back enough. He has. So another nail goes in the St Kilda coffin. Essendon 18-17. St Kilda 12-12.
Andrew Underwood, a fine player. What a conglomeration of big-name players and games on that bench there. But Underwood, I was going to say before, like Greg Anderson, very strong in body and legs, holds his ground very well, attacks the ball strongly, good hands, and works very hard. So he was Spawn and the other South Australian players, a great asset for Essendon so far.
So just on 3 3/4 minutes remaining. Essendon surging towards their 4th win of the season. They'll be 4-1. St Kilda 2-3. Somerville back on the ground, down to Williams. Here they go again towards Salmon.
They love him now, Sandy, don't they? Kick 5.
Certainly done plenty of work. 15 kicks and 13 marks. And looking for goal number 6. The drop punt is on its way. Has it got the distance? It has. It's another one.
Winmar breaks clear for St Kilda. Goes towards Lockett. Can't mark. Good gather. Shrugs the tackle. 5 players to beat. Somehow he gets the hand pass to Sheldon. Sheldon goes for goal with a long kick. Punched away by that strong Essendon defence. O'Donnell there to pick up the crumbs. He goes over the top to Williams in the opposite back pocket. And Williams takes it away. Back to O'Donnell, who's run on well. Oops. Hand pass over the top. Considine in a little bit of trouble, but he gets the hand pass wide. Grenvold over to Harvey. The new football slipping through his hands. Grenvold there to back up. Short pass into Underwood in the centre. Underwood looks for Salmon and finds him.
Magnificent pass.
Perfect football by Essendon, bringing the ball out of defence. And now Salmon with a shot from 40 metres out. Just gets under his kick a little bit. And it slides away to the right. So 6 goals, 2 to Paul Salmon. And 21 possessions. So I would think he would be reasonably satisfied with his afternoon's work.
Barker again. To the outer side. Low marks in front. Kicks into the middle. Considine not attempting to mark, just knock it down in front. Spawn, Underwood, Anderson. The South Australian trio. Short again. Salmon trying to take it in front of the eyes. Looking for the free kick this time. Did not come his way. Hamilton is there as well. Paul Salmon asked the question. But if he'd held the mark, he would have had no need to ask it. 19-18 plays 12-12. Somerville. Long. Still with Long. Oh, he's elusive. He is very elusive. Barker with courage. Had to go in and almost face Walsh to try and take that mark. It wasn't to be. And this will be one of the last bounces in this game. Turner flicks it wide. Anderson gets it down. Grenvold pulls it back long. Maybe a free kick down the ground. He was felled after disposal. Andrew Underwood just getting up, rubbing his noggin. So Michael Long will take the kick. Almost directly in front. He's going to go short again. And this time it's Christopher Danaher. He's had 11 touches. When he came on, he was very busy early. Pushed that one right across the face. Well, he was looking for Walsh. What a lovely pass. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Dear me. Luck's the fortune. Kevin Walsh is in front.
Almost went parallel with the goalpost, didn't it, on that occasion? And there's the siren. He'll have a shot. Because I'm quite sure Kevin Walsh would like a goal beside his name. He has not goaled to date. The drop punt is on its way. The Essendon fans like it, and Kevin Walsh finishes the game, much to his delight, with a goal, and the Bombers are home. Well, they were certainly flying high in the final quarter, with Essendon having a 6-goal blast, and they were able to keep the Saints goalless. In fact, 8-goal blast in the final quarter. They're able to keep St.Kilda goalless, and look at the players. Terry Danaher, 250 games under his belt. He is delighted, and Simon Madden is determined to carry him from the ground, and he doesn't want it, TD, but he's going to listen to the Essendon fans. This is one of the great players in this game, and they love him at Windy Hill. Terry Danaher being carried from the ground by Greg Anderson and Simon Madden. Just repeating the scores here at Windy Hill. Essendon running out big winners. 20 goals, 18, 138, eclipsing St Kilda, 12-12, 84.